Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I'm back with another interesting video. And in this video I'm gonna talk about lies. This concept came from the book called One Thing, which is a very interesting book which says that you should focus on one thing. Maybe that's we can save for another day. And are actually the things that stop you from doing anything or any growth in your life. Right? The first lie of this 7 lies is everything matters equally. So what we tell ourselves, right, so that everything matters equally in our life, and what we think is, so I have to do this course, I have to spend time with friends, I have to watch the movie, I have to do the work. So we have a list of things in our life. Then this busy digital world, you might be a software engineer, you might be a student, you might be a household, housewife, things like that. And we have multiple things. We tell ourselves I have things that I should be equally balanced. I cannot tell, and we tend to tell this dialogue, these two things are like both eyes to me. Trust me, it's not truth. It's one of the biggest lies we ever heard. There is always a priority for the things. And even when I had a priority, like I had my work life, my family relationships, and then 9 other things. So I've been telling myself that these all are equally important to me. And at one point I realized it's not the case. The first priority I have is my relationships, how I spend time with my family, the people who are close to me, and then comes my career, because my relationship should be good enough so that I can focus on my career. And if my career is broken, I cannot have a good relationship, right? So as soon as I fix my relationships, I assign some time to it, so I can talk to people, I can spend some quality time with them. And after that I started focusing on my career, like growing things that been dragging back for a while now, and improvising stuff, learning new things, and doing things that help me grow my career to a certain extent. So the first lie is that everything matters equally. Don't believe it. So there is always a priority. Set your priorities, what's more important to you, fix that up, and go to step 2. It's not like you should always stick on to that priority. You should focus on that first priority, you should solve it, and then you should come to the second one. And the second lie is about the multitasking. So we tend to tell ourselves, I'm good at multitasking, I'm good at doing that, this at all the same time. People even started appreciating the others who do multitasking, like, you are awesome that you can do multiple things at the same time. But the factual information scientifically proves that our brain is capable of doing multiple things but not capable of focusing on multiple things. Got my point? So like, you can do multiple things at the same time, but you cannot distribute the same amount of focus to everything. Have you ever imagined like talking to someone on the phone and typing a message, and by mistake you'll type whatever you're listening on the phone in the message, or whatever you're typing in the message you tend to talk out in the call to other person, and they end up getting mad. Are you doing something else? What the hell are you talking? Things like that happen when we are doing multiple things parallelly, because our focus cannot be distributed, and if it is distributed, it's not focus, right? So you cannot do multiple things at the same time. But there are few things you can do at the same time, like listening to music while you are running, right? So there are few things which happens automatically. You can eat while you are watching a TV, although one of my good friends Srivatsan doesn't suggest doing it, because you should enjoy what you are eating, is what he tells me, and I totally appreciate it, right? It's a good idea. So, or else it doesn't matter what we eat, correct? So you can do multiple tasks, but you cannot focus on multiple things. So multitasking is a big lie. Shut that multitasking thing that you are thinking you are doing and focus on one thing at a time. Third lie we have is a disciplined life. We tell ourselves that our life is so disciplined, or it should be more disciplined. Maybe discipline is what I'm missing. If I had a little bit more of this, I could have done things more effectively. But that's a big lie, because the discipline you have is already enough, my friend. You have good enough discipline, okay? So what you need to kind of do is just get things done, get the interest, that's it. So you don't need a lot of interest. Willpower is actually limited, okay? So use your willpower to build habits, so that these habits will get you doing whatever you want to do. Don't use your limited willpower to do bigger things. So what happens is your willpower keeps on decreasing as you solve problems by end of the day. So at the end of the day, even if you have few important things that you should focus on, you don't have willpower to take action on it. You'll be so tired. Did you imagine that in the morning of the day, like the daytime, you will feel like you can do even the biggest courses that are out there and finish them as quickly as possible, and when it comes to evening, even calling a friend or texting someone feels so tiresome. I need to call that person. Yeah, man, it's so like that you'll feel, because the reason is your willpower reserve decreases, and you kind of your energy depletes and you will not be able to do things. So that's a problem. So having more discipline is a lie, so let's not do that. Maybe use our willpower to build a few habits that can help you do best. And the next slide I want to talk about is willpower is always on will call, which I already covered just now. So your willpower will not always come on your call. Like, you just don't say like, I want to do this thing, I can focus. If it's like that, we wouldn't be humans, we would be machines. And someone was telling me a while back that human brains are like monkey minds. That's how they've been built. So we jump on multiple things. So when you want to focus on something, you might not call your willpower just like that, right? So use your willpower wisely, and willpower will come as I say, like, if you want to do this, I'll do this. That's it. That's a big lie, right? Use habits. Use habits, my friend. And the next slide we all think about is big is bad. Big is definitely not bad. You might hear people when you come up with different solutions, new ideas, thought processes. People say, hey, you know what, that person did it and it didn't work for him. Why do you want to do it? I'm tired of hearing this. You can try your own ideas. If you believe in yourself, you can do it. Belief is all there is, right? If you trust the process, if you trust you can do it, just start it and do it. Big is never bad, okay? So people just quit in the middle. So that's what makes them think that, trying out of ordinary will make you struggle. But it's not the struggle. It's that if you quit, that makes you feel bad and makes you feel that you are a failure. So big is never bad. Think bigger, have big ideas and things like this. And the sixth life we have is a balanced life. What we tell ourselves, even I myself have been telling that balanced life is so awesome, and if we have a balanced life we can do anything. Having a balanced life is an ideal thing, but it's a big cliche. You cannot have a balanced life. You can have a counterbalanced life. Maybe I can take an example. So like when I was trying to have a balanced life, what I wanted to do is I wanted to spend 1 hour with YouTube making, and then I wanted to spend 1 hour mentoring people, and then I wanted to spend another hour talking to my friends, family. Maybe if you have a girlfriend, or if I have a girlfriend, I might even want to spend 1 hour with that person. So that's how you'll have a balanced life, totally balanced blocks. But let's come to reality. Your girlfriend might be mad one day and she needs more time than she usually talks to. She might need a couple of hours. Or at workplace, maybe general days you might work 8 to 9 hours, but sometimes it needs 12 hours, right? Or sometimes the YouTube video you're making might take longer time than it usually takes, so you need to edit more. So things like this tend to happen. You cannot say I schedule 1 hour, to talk to you or to talk to your partner or friends whom you have issues with. So solve it within 1 hour. If not, I'm gonna leave. That doesn't solve. That's gonna increase the issues or problems you have, right? And the another case is like, you cannot tell your workplace like, 9 hours. That's it. I'm gonna work 9 hours, and even if it's every now and then, not continuous thing. And if you are telling I don't work extra, even if it's needed, that's a bad thing. Maybe your work's gonna get ruined. We don't know, right? So what you gotta do is, sometimes your work might be higher, so you gotta spend more time at work and less time with your partner, and at that time your partner will be supporting. Sometimes your partner needs more, caring, consoling, so you need to spend more time with her, but then at that time you will have balancing the other aspects of your life. So it's like counterbalance, not more like balance. So something needs, it's adjusting, sometimes expanding the other part and decreasing this one, and then sometimes doing this. So that's what is counterbalancing. You can never have a balanced life. It's a big lie, my friend. Never believe it. So for this, my dear friends, these are the 7 lies that I have been talking about, which are blocking you from doing things. If you like the content, please share, subscribe and like, and even comment below what your opinions are on what concepts you want me to make videos on. and I'll meet you guys in the next video with more interesting concepts. Until then, stay safe, stay happy.